Hello everyone, and welcome to another stream. Actually, I was working on the project already, and I forgot to turn on the stream. So, yeah, that's one of those things that happens a lot. Anyway, I'm working on my entry for the JS13K Games competition, and I'm doing A-frame this time. And working on some voxels actually, and so yeah, let's go into it, and I'll explain where I was and what I was doing and stuff. So yesterday, we basically ended the stream with rendering one voxel. Do we have it still open? And I made some modifications, so now it renders more than one voxel. It is not a big black blob anymore. They're on the floor, so I'm not flying. So I'm walking on the floor, and there's some red stuff. I basically found the code Kobe Everson wrote, I think a few years back for JS13K. There was a game that used a voxel engine that was running on WebGL, and I removed the WebGL stuff in favor of 3GS, just to reduce the size, since I'm doing VR with A-frame, so I am allowed to use one library. And right now in the index, so this is the URL that is allowed. I have added it locally. I think I can now actually... Why doesn't it like this? Is that not allowed anymore? Oh, whatever. HTTPS. So this is the URL that is allowed to use. I have a little tool. Let me restart that real quick. So I'm... Uh-oh. Recorder is not defined. Oh, I broke stuff. Darn it. Oh, I switched to a module type thing, so now I need to switch to imports. Well, that's nothing that a little bit of AI cannot fix. Can you change these to imports? There we go. Accept. And now it's running. I changed the port, so it's not running on a local port anymore, but just so now it's running again. So that's working. I refactored a lot of this code. Not everything yet. There is some stuff in there that will be refactored at some point. I changed the scale. So the reason we had a big black blob yesterday was that the voxel was 4 by 4 by 1 meters or something. I'm not sure what the original game did with that size of voxels, but they probably had a reason to do that scale. I changed it to, right now it's 16 voxels per meter. I might change that to 8 per meter. I have not figured it out yet, depending on how we can do the data. So what I did now, right before I started the stream, I was thinking of starting with a monochromatic type of voxel thing. So it's basically using a binary representation where 0 is no voxel and 1 is a voxel. And it does rows, and I can add more rows here. Now it adds it next to each other, but we should have 2 more rows here now. It automatically refreshes, that's really nice. So we have 2 more rows here now. And well, this is doable. One thing that's really funny, when you have this representation, when it's run through ESBuild, that whole representation is removed. And it becomes just an array with numbers. Which is already some sort of optimization, I guess. But I was thinking I need to draw something. We need to shoot mice. I need to place furniture. I need to draw things. So I was figuring out, yeah, maybe with this voxel and binary and it's tough. Why not use a tool? Ta-da! A voxel editor. I used this one in the past. I'm not even sure if maybe I have... No, I don't have anything in here that I wrote in the past, I think now. But it's an idea. And it's something we can do. Now I just noticed a plugin folder here. Oh, there are no plugins. That's too bad. I was thinking maybe we can write a plugin to export this. But I just wanted to, for now, see if I can render this little figure. It's 3 by 3. Now a Vox file is already way too big. So I cannot use a Vox file directly. But someone, let me close everything. Someone wrote a library to parse the voxel files. Now, right now, I just read that 3 by 3 by 3 thing and parse it to JSON. And this is a JSON that it outputs. And this is, the voxel stuff is pretty simple. It's just a position and a color index, which is kind of what we need. And there's, most of this file is palette and properties and I don't know what kind of stuff, notes. What is, oh, the camera position. I mean, in Magic of Voxel, you can do crazy things with rendering and lighting, and I mean, you can add metallic materials and reflections and glass and crazy things. I don't need that. I just want to have a tool where I can just click some things and create some models and then export them in the most simplistic way. Now, technically, I should be able to just remove the palette. I'm not sure if I'm going to use a palette. But for now, I'm just going to use one color and see if I can get this to render. So what I want to do is... why is it not working? Cannot find a declaration. It was working before. It's probably just... yeah, it's not really a exported thing, probably. But the funny thing, it is working. And it is a TypeScript file. But with the latest versions of Node, you can just run TypeScript directly. Which is insane. So we just had AI. Based on the JSON, the AI generates some types. So basically this parsed is now a Vox document. Which means we get IntelliSense and all those kind of things. So what I want to do is just go in. Or maybe we can have hitting my shoulder today. So we can just take this size, maybe. Or are we going to just create an array for now? We should be able to fit everything in 8x8 bits, right? So if we just do an 8x8 and then do the bit positions. So the bit positions would be a 2D array with bits. I'm thinking we'd be... If it's a 2D array with bits, right? With bytes eventually. I mean, it will render like this. If it's a 2D array with this, if we can create an image from that, would that work? Would these values be accurate enough? And the reason I'm thinking that is that there is encoding and compression already in an image. And then we can use some format, some weird format like AVIF or something. And do these base 64 encoded? I don't know. Let's not optimize until we need to optimize. Let me think. Okay, let's just write some stuff down and then go from there. We have a output, so a type output. And this will be basically just a 2D array. Something like this. Yeah, I just need something I can write down and then copy paste it into the position. So let's go with this output type now. So this is parsed, and then we do const output. That's that output type, and there's an... No, that's not working. Be careful, because AI will screw up your code constantly. It's funny with those AI things. It starts out really great, and then when time passes, things just get worse and worse and worse. I hope that they would stabilize things, because currently I just need to restart VS Code, well, insiders, quite often, because the AI just stops working or crashes or... So we go into this parse, build output design JSONs, this output path, output path, and then we say, instead of output the JSON, we write this parse, we write data, output to that file. So now we run it, we have an empty JSON file. Okay. So I'm only interested in this array now. And what do I need? It's basically write the data in bits. Where we assume max size 8 by 8 by 8 for now. Is this correct? I think it might be. Why is there a null? Seven, 5, 7. There's nothing in there. Which would be fine, I guess. What if we now just... Is it the same error again? Yeah, I'm not sure why it's giving me that error all the time. Oh well. Probably because I'm too strict with stuff. Let's see. The hello component. Const model is... So now we run through the model. And we basically do the same thing, except we add an extra null check. And we don't do the bit shift thing. So this is not correct. So let's delete that code it generated. Because we have... Smaller than 16, oh, we can do 16 by 16. Why not? We can do 16 by 16. That's basically what we assumed here. Oh well, doesn't really matter. So and we need to have another one. My mic is not working as it should, darn it. So let's rename this like X, so Y, and this is Z. So we need to have a Y. So Y, and then we do const column. Something like this, and now we pick the column value, and now we do Y divided by 16. And we have an error. I probably forgot to close something. Yeah. And we broke it. We did not break it. but it's not rendering anything. And that's because we're using rows and not model. This can be null, yeah. Like this. Look at that. Oh, it's actually the shape we should have. Nice! Let's try a more complicated model. It's a bit too big. It's 21, 21, 21. Is there one that's... It's pretty cool. Yeah, they're flat. But... Oh, wait. Is this what I think it is? How do I... I think this one is animated. But I'm not sure how I should start the... It's so cool the way this renders. I don't know how this animates. I've never done the animations. Outliner. Cool. Anyway, oh, this one has 2 models. That's interesting. What if we just remove one, right? Oh, this is the animation. So earlier it showed the size here on top. Why is it gone now? Let's just try this one. Or no, you know what we do? We do new. Nope. And we do 8, 8, 8. I think the rotation is a bit weird. I'm not rotating around the center. Now I am. So now I can just rotate this cube and I can just draw and remove pieces because I have this set to erase in this form. This is just pixels, I guess. Yeah. So say in this game I want a chair. Done. No. Let's do this. So let's remove a layer and another layer and another layer and another layer. Right? And let's make this into some sort of modern... Well, actually, it's kind of like some sort of chair already. Let's just save this. And let's just go to my JS13K. So this whole thing is still a mess, but chair test. Now I still have no idea if this will be something I can do in the end. Is this something I can use? Is this the way to go? So I have a chair test. I think I can do chair test.vox. And now I have a chair test.json. And now can I just grab this data, go into this hello component. Let's just come on this. Let's do const model equals boom, save. Okay, so my X and Y's and stuff are wrong. If I look at this, it seems to be completely upside down. Because the ones here should be in the back on top. Or not. The highest values are at the end. So actually this might be the best. So I guess we just have to we just have to switch these around a bit and then just test and see what happens. Yeah, I know I don't have time to to think about this. So now it's correct. Okay, so let's start by renaming this to A for now, and then we do X, Y, Z. There, fixed it. Wow, a voxel engine in A-frame. Nice. Let's commit this, send it in. We're done now. So I will have a couple of different instances of voxel engine in the end. At least 3, I think. One for the left hand, one for the right hand, and one for the... Or not. Yeah, one for the left hand, one for the right hand, which can be the same engine. And then... And I'm not sure how we're going to shoot things through the level. Maybe we're not going to make that visible. Oh man, if we can animate these things as well, that would be so cool. But I guess we can just do cubes that are particles or something. Maybe even just do that shader based. Also, I have no idea how big this stuff is right now. I mean, I know models like this compress really good. There's one thing that's tough in this one, and that is there's only one color. I was thinking of just separating it by color. Or we can make it into some fancy thing where we have 2 bytes per voxel. So it's 0 for nothing, and then 1, 2, or 3. And then we can have 3 different colors per model. And then we say, just on the model level, this has that color, and that color. Although I think that would be pretty meh to look at, but let's make this chair a bit more interesting, right? There we go. I think we can. Do we need to? Oh, this one. I'm not sure why it did it all the way to almost the back, but chair. I saved it. I think I can just run the chair test. And now we have all kinds of different values. Let's just save this, go into the hello component, go in here, drop this in, boom, save. Probably already refreshing. Now this doesn't really look like a meter by a meter. There's no scale applied here. There is no camera in here too. So maybe the default, oh, I can check that. Maybe the default camera is just way up or something, because it adds it here. That's 1 meter up. Oh no, this is not a meter, this is a half meter. This is half a meter. So maybe for now we should increase the size. This should not be divided by 16. This should be divided by a specific constant that's going to be in the engine. So we have voxels per meter, the voxel scale. And I'm going to export this constant so I can just use it everywhere I need. So now nothing should... oh. No. It's not this. It's the voxels per meter value. And I do not export it. Wait, that basically means that this one is actually not used. Yeah, this is all the same. And are these values used? Yes. Yeah, this is also the... right now the world is 10 by 10 by 10 meters. I'm not sure if that's going to stay that way. It could be 2 meters high. It just generates stuff and the sizes and... Anyway, let's import this voxel per meter. Save. Let's check if everything works. Nothing has changed. So now we make it into 8. So then we have 8 voxels per meter. So then every cube is a little over, well, actually 12.5 centimeters. Okay. Now, let's refactor this into a function. So, I need to sneeze. 1 second. I think I muted in time. Extract to function in module scope. Add model. Okay. Now this model does not have an actual position in the game. So, yeah. Let's ask AI to add that for us because I'm lazy. Can you add a vector3 to this function to shift the object around in meters? The offset. Yeah, and we need to... It's funny. We need to use the types without free. These are coming from something else than this, I guess. I don't know. Types are different. I struggled a lot last night with the types and stuff, and it turned out just remove the 3 and it works. I have to be careful that it's not going to import stuff in here, because then it will be in the bundle. The code looks already so big. I'm going to test the optimization and the production build in a second, because I'm already worried that this is going to be way too big already. But we should be able to add a second chair now. Cool. I wonder... 3, 4.5. Would that work? Are these... Yeah, they're rounded to the nearest voxel, I think. They're floored to the nearest voxel. Okay, cool. So there's always a voxel in between. No, I did not say the wake-up word. Stupid phone. So now we have 4 chairs. Yay. Okay, we need to add color. Oh. Ooh. Do you wish to act? No. I accidentally almost shut down OBS. Let me make sure. Okay. So I do want to have, oh man, if we can do walls and doors, if we use this size, we can double the size, so we have 2 by 2 meters. Oh wait, we're a cat, right? Well, these voxels are pretty large for a cat. Okay, let's see how this builds if we run in run it as production code. Now this is probably not going to work because, yeah, I did not change it to the correct thing. Can you change this to imports, please? Module not found. Yeah, it is the same thing. Something like this, maybe? Cannot find module. Is this a function? This is a function. Let's make it a normal function. Module not found. I should be able to do if def, but it is plugins if def. Maybe this needs JS2. Require is not. Does it have a require too? Oh yeah. I'm lazy. Can you change this to imports? Oh man, it's too hot here. My glasses are... Oh, I need to save the file first. Of course. Okay, errors getter setter error plugin if def match is not defined. What? Oh, wait a second. No. If def, blah blah blah. This should work. Result await callback. Match is not defined. Match is not defined. On load plugin. Yeah, but it's on load. I probably defined the plugin wrong now. Yes, build plugins. Hmm. I think I just copied this one over. Yeah. So this is the one I copied over. Issues. No. Pull request. Trim line. Mm-hmm. Are there forks? There are forks. So maybe someone already fixed this for me. But normally you would see period all time. Hmm. No. I mean, it's 5 years ago. Let's check if someone else did a plugin that does work. Doesn't really matter. Two years ago. A TypeScript. So at least this uses imports. What does it export? Export. A function. So oh, it returns a function that returns a function. that returns this setup. Oh, wait, that's probably where I'm going wrong. No. Uh-huh. Okay, let's revert this to what it was before. Can we do undo a bit? There we go. So now we need to export defaults, right? Now this import is wrong because we don't have this, so we do do it like this then. Oh, I screwed this up too. Darn it. Can you change this to imports? Do. Accept. Save and run again. If def is not a function. No. It's weird. Match is not defined. I think we can also AIify this error. Is there an easy way? New context. All problems now. I will copy this. When I run my build script, I get an error. What should I do? Please help. Error. Yes. At the beginning of it, throwing because reference file will match. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Yo, what are you doing? No. Undo. No changey code. I haven't set to edit, so it thinks, I need to wrap the build logic in an async function so we can use dynamic import with try catch. Only at if the success. No. I just want to know why it's not working. Modify the build script to load the if-def plugin dynamically and skip it error. Prevents match not defined. No. Can you have a look at to see what is wrong? I think the export definition might be off or something. No. It's not crashing because of that. I don't believe that. I mean, it's crashing in the setup on load. So it's not even getting to my plugin yet. It's not executing anything in my plugin. Let's try again to clean this up. I think there's all kind of duplications in there. So add file, build prod. Yeah. Name setup. Let's have a look at this. Export declare const blah de blah equals blah de blah. Okay, we can do something like this. Do the same thing. Right? Export declare const. Not sure. Oh. Maybe we should make a TypeScript then. Not. It's the if def. Save. It's interesting. Is it a TypeScript file directly? Oh, it's a TypeScript definition file. Well, I don't want to spend weeks or days or hours or getting this to work. Last year it worked. And the only reason I did this is that I can add some code and don't have to remember to remove it. Because in here there's this line and I just want to have this line removed. Wait, we don't need it. I am stupid. Do you know that? Have I ever explained that, how stupid I am? We don't need this. We're using ESBuild, and ESBuild has a built-in functionality to do that. I use it all the time, but I forgot it. Okay, we don't need this plugin. That's probably why it's so old. We have this define. I think. No. Probably. Okay, let's just build it without now to see if anything else is wrong. Require is not... I was going to dynamically import some crap. Why? That's so stupid. Who made this? I mean, FS is imported, right? Yeah. There we go, done. So now, it built a bundle.js. So this is the bundle. No, this is the one. So now it's completely optimized. Almost completely optimized because that one line is in there. Now, if we really want to do it the best way, we need to Also, zip it. So we're going to just reveal this in the Explorer and then go just take these two files and add it to a zip for now. Okay, we're 3 kilobytes. Nice. Only 3 kilobytes. And that's without doing crazy optimizations. Okay. Let's see if we can add that thing for ES build. Let me check if I did something. I also marked 3 as external, so let's do that here as well. It's not really needed, but this drops the console. That's nice. Yeah. Outfile this bundle. That's interesting. Oh, there's more. Yeah. So it bundles the file. It creates this file. And this is not really optimized at all yet. Right? It's just almost the same file. There should not be a console, for example. And in the original index, there was a console log, I think. Oh yeah, the whole type here. Here, this starts with a console log. So this line is removed. So that's already something that's different. But when the bundle is done, it drops it into Cursor as well to minify the whole thing again. On top of that. And that is going to mangle stuff and apparently I used rollup as well in the past. And it can also do shaders. That's pretty nice. That's something I did last year, I think. Now we need to quickly think. Is it the define? Yeah, we're not using... let's just go in here. Build options. Let's go to the docs. Because I think we can do define. And then we define something. So we say ID is text. Right? And then we can do in the code... we can have that automatically removed. I think that's the define. Oh, I didn't have tree shaking in there even. So if we say debug is true. So let's go, let's close everything except this file. Close others. Okay, let's go. Remove that a bit. Right. And now we take the normal build. So this doesn't have the define. We can add the define. And we can say define debug true. And a comma at the end. Save. So now we have this defined. Save. And in here we say define. Yeah, I dropped it in here. That doesn't really matter. Debug. False. Now I think... if I recall correctly, that's how we normally do things in Wonderland Engine. We can do something like... Now it's probably going to give errors in TypeScript because TypeScript doesn't know about this debug. But if we would now run this as normal code, we get an error. Oh, I expected it to be a string. Okay, my bad. Yeah, but it's not going to work. So now it builds this. And in here, it's now just replaced with true. Now, probably because it's a string, that debug is still in here. Or it's removed with the other... Yeah, we need to check the bundle. Where is it? At the end somewhere at model. But we need to do... Where is the file? Debug. Because the thing is, it should actually remove this code. Normally I won't do it with the but this way. Oh, it's always true. It's capitalized. But it's probably saying false false now, yeah. So when I'm... So it defines it. Drop labels. Is there anything on that here? So in Wonderland Engine, it's actually using this. Well, this concept. Oh, that's not the right line. It's the TypeScript one. I was hoping it would just delete Now it's gone. That's the idea. So now when I build in normal mode, the debug statement is gone. We have this line. And then when we build it in the production code, that debug thing is gone. Cool. That way we can just have the automatic refresh just work when we save this file. We don't see that. If we add another chair, or say we make a chair blue, or something else, another blue. I didn't have to refresh the browser. That's something I really like about this system. Now the biggest question is, how many models like this can we add? And would something like a string be smaller? Now I think what do I do here? I mean, I have textures like this. Now these are basically all the sprites in this game. I wonder if these are not all the sprites. Can I just drop this in like this? No. File. Open. It's edef JS13K, and then we have pixel. So this is the editor. These are the sprites, and all these different sprites here. That's why I was thinking of doing it in 3D type style, the image style. All these different sprites. I don't think I've used all of them, but these are used. I think this is the whole tile set that is used. It's too bad it doesn't show here. I wonder why they're not all in this file, but this is one of the games, but as I said, this is the entire sprite sheet, and if we can do this is only WebP. We have a WebP file. It's interesting. Normally I would keep the original files around, but apparently I did not do that in this case. Let me check if we are still... Yeah. Still in the save music. Let's let's see. Let's have a look at JS13K 2022. So there was a Babylon thing. Oh man. This was a sprite sheet I used back then. Similar thing. Everything is empty. Did I build a game actually, or? Level is empty. Probably all in index, yeah. So these are the levels. So you can do quite a bit of data in here. I mean, this is the data that is used for the sprites. So I think a couple of arrays with numbers should be okay. Yeah. Arrays with numbers are okay. For now. Now, technically, I would like to figure out a way to rotate a chair, for example. That would mean to swap these two, for example. Or go this in the opposite direction. Okay, we need to add colors. Let's say it doesn't really matter what colors we use, right? As long as we use a bunch of different colors. It starts to look like a Rietveld chair. Oh well, a bit. Save. We don't add color information. And I wonder how we should do the color information. Still. What would be more efficient? I mean, if we use 2 bits for a color, this data just would be 2 times as large. But these are numbers. How large can a number be like this? Let's close this one for now. I'm just thinking out loud, and I'm just going to try some things. Let's commit this first, because we have something that's working. Let's just have AI generate something we have done. I have no idea what we have done. Is it correct? Feature add voxel parse vox tool for parsing magical voxel files. Yes. Implementing new TypeScript tool to read and parse. Yep. The types, dynamic writing. Yeah. Okay. We basically fixed the plugins. Yes. Commit and push. Oh, but my sound effects back. Get a pull request. No, we're not using that, but restart anyway. Fine. So we have to check this little parsevox file. So now when we run this again, it's still open here. The chair test, we get a new chair test JSON. It still has the same information. What if we encode the color 2 in the numbers? It kind of means we need to limit the palette. Can we limit the palette? We say new. Let's do a console log here of the number of colors that are in the file now. I have no idea. I mean, this is not a text file, right? No. So we do console.log parsed dot rgba dot length colors in the palette. Okay, I think there's always this amount of colors. They're all the same, but we don't need this. No, we cannot change anything about the palette. We can add nodes. Huh. What's all this? Display edges. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Prime. Red. Shadows. Let's do this. I think that's better. Can we say paint and then paint everything? Let's say we create red. No. Well, we can just... Now everything is this red. Everything is one color again. Now, say we make this green. If we paint, everything is painted. So we do not paint like this, but we can say paint. And then we can do per voxel. This color, and now we should be able to paint, right? Paint. Brush, paint. Is stuff still selected, maybe? Paint. Yeah. So let's make this... Well, let's do it like something crazy like this. Yeah. So this is our current design with 2 colors. I just want to have these 2 colors, or I want to have 2 different colors in the palette now. So this still shows the number of colors. So that's useless. We can say console.log C. So this should list for every... Oh, that's interesting. Why is it 250? Oh. New palette. How many palettes are there? So there's palette 0, 1, 2, 3, and there is... This is nothing. This is undo. And if we do new palette... What palette do we have now? And how are the colors numbered? Interesting facts. Let's just fill them. That's the easiest. Okay, save. So now it's 8. So this color is 8. So is this 0 then? How do we count? That's 1. Okay, so we count the other way around. So this is color 1. So let's reset. Let's make this one red. And this one blue. Let's make it bright blue and bright red. Okay. So now we should have only colors 1 and 2. Okay. Write the data in the bits. Per, let's just type it out what we want. Per voxel, we want to use 2 bits or 3 bits? 4 bits. 4 bits to identify the color. So each X row is a bit field of 4 color values. If we have voxel 0, 0 with the... So this line needs to change. Can you change this selection so that it reflects the description above? Oh, darn it. This is what I meant. I lost my Copilot again. I have no idea why, but Copilot doesn't work. So we need to just go and restart VS Code. That's probably why I didn't do it completely automatically. On the other hand, it did do something here. But... Can you modify this selection so that it reflects the description above? Nibble shift. I think it's fine. Let's do... Where's my keep? Oh, here. Accept. Okay. Save. And let's click. Oh, no. NPM. Let's do cd tools. NPM. No, node. Run. No, not run. Parse. Parse. vox.ts, and we need to give it a chair test. Chair typing is hard today. Chair test.vox. Yes. That's not a chair test, that's a chat test. Chair test. Enter. Module not found. What module not found? Yes, that's because I cannot type anymore. So now we have a chair test here. So now we have big numbers. Data's not that big, and I think these big numbers optimize really, really well. Okay. Now, I just wanted to add a comment here. So, how do we fix this? Let's just AI our way out of it again. Can you fix this function so that it uses the nibbles as in the code, as in the comment? David, welcome! You made it! Yay! I don't have sound effects. I need to have my sound effects back. How are you doing? So, I'm building a voxel engine, basically. And right now I'm trying to get 2 colors working, or multiple colors working. So I've spent 2 evenings working on this project. Yesterday we still found some code. Oh man, it sounds scary. No, we don't need the original. Who cares about original code? Let me show you. I'm just going to delete the fallback. Save. npm run builds. Oh boy. Yay, we have chairs. They're flipped. And the colors are different because I have not set up the colors, but it works. So this is basically what I have now. And it's regular A-frame. And I just create an entity. It's called Hello World now. Still. And that basically renders those meshes. So my idea is to create Call of Duty Rainbow Siege type game in VR, where you play as a cat, a black cat. Instead of Special Forces Black Ops, you play as a black cat. Special Forces Black Cat. And you need to shoot mice or something that are running and placing a bomb on your catnip. I don't know. Something like that. And I defined my biggest challenges. Let me show my notes. So I defined... So this is basically the Call of Duty Black Cat. Where COD stands for Claw of Duty. It's Claw of Duty Black Cat. Anyway, the biggest challenge is to create an interesting level. And that's because it needs to be filled with geometry. Chairs and tables and whatever is in a house. Well, and then the rest needs to be done. But creating geometry is a very hard part. I mean, shooting something is not really complicated in A-frame and VR. Well, not entirely, but it is a little bit. Now, I found this code yesterday. Yes, models are always really hard to do. So I was just showing this earlier. So this is from 2022, and there we had now I clicked around a lot here. There's audio. I think it's just in the index here. So this is the level data for that game. It's a couple of levels. That it's some format I designed myself, I think. No, I didn't. I used an editor for this. Anyway, it used sprites. And I think it used meshes too. They're probably animations even. Oh, there's data here. So these are the animations. Yeah. Oh, it's not even animation. Is there more data? There's more data. Tombstones, walls. Well, I think this is it. I thought I had animation. Oh, this is the animation. So yeah, but these are the 3D models. And I optimized it a bit. I just dropped everything after 4 digits. But yeah, you have all those blocks of data in your code. And I still wonder, so if this is an image, a sprite, well, let's close this. My voxel thing is just a 2D array, basically. I started out with just a binary number. And this is technically still a binary number, although I'm using 4 bits per color. So I'm technically have 16 colors per per model, basically. But I think if I can create a palette or something, then... And this voxel engine is borrowed, so I can... Let me... It's the... Cody Everson did this mini punk game 5 years ago. Rich is really cool. This is the game. And this was not a VR game. So I adapted it to use 3JS, removed a bunch of code. But this was the original voxel engine. So yeah, I removed a lot of it. But there is a raycast in there. And I kept that. That raycast might be useful because we can use that to see if we can figure out how to get a position in from 3D space to if we can go from 3D space to voxel space and then cast a ray to see if we hit the mice. So one thing that's really challenging. Let's first fix this Z, Y, X, X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z. Why is that screwed up now? Yeah, I think I'm just going to remove this. GYX. It's interesting that the models are flipped now. Is it off here? X. Oh, oh, yeah, with source control, I can see what I changed. ZY. That was just the ZY data, and it still is the ZY data. Yeah, the raycast. So one thing I'm worrying about is if you run through the level, you're a cat. You play as a cat. So if these chairs are a meter tall, but you should be able to run underneath them or something. I'm not sure how fast that raycast is, but if I kept it in because I'm probably going to need it. But I can check if you shoot at a leg of the chair, or at the chair itself, or pass through it with that raycast through the voxels. That would be really powerful and really cool to have that working. But I don't get why this is. Why the chairs are flipped over. Probably not the correct. Is my build running still? Yeah. So it's XZY then? Interesting, now they're rotated. We can make this into an art project. So this is YX then. X. Y? Oh? I somehow have a feeling. I mean, the chairs are in that direction now. Oh, that's because the offset also changes, right? Yeah. The offset changes in the same direction. So if I want to do this, I actually should not change it like this, but change them here. So it's ZYX or something, and then this should be XYZ again. So the offsets are correct. I mean, how many ways can you? Let's put them together like this. So it's YX safe. Yeah. So this is the correct. Although I'm not sure if there is a correct, but I had it like this before, so I want it like this. Now I need to rename the axis or the value. So if I do A, for example, for now, and then we do X, Y, Z. Now everything is correct. No, it not. Row for Y. Math flora c divided by 2. Is everything correct still? X's are x's, y's are y's. Model for y. Yeah. Okay, cool. So now we have 2 colors, but we can do more. Let's kind of make it into a red, green, blue, yellow. What's the official? We have 16 colors. That's EGA palette. Oh, black is 0. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. Oh man, it's a long time ago I've seen these. So it's 1 is going to be blue. I used to know this order on the top of my head, but I don't anymore. I also don't know the reason for this specific order. So the green is like half. The cyan is half. Then we have red, but that's kind of half. And then we have magenta, which is also half. Then we have, oh, this is magenta, which is half. Then we have brown. Then we have like a lighter gray like this. No, more like this. And then we have a dark gray. Then we have a... No. Yes, the dark gray. And then here we have the blue again. But now it's lighter. Then we have a green, which is just full-on green. Then we have a... It actually makes more sense if you look at this palette or this palette. I think this one looks more correct than the other. Okay, red, full-on red, magenta, full-on magenta, yellow, and white. And this is index. Oh, there's an index here. It's index 16. There is no index 0. It's a bit weird, but there's no index 0. So now we should be able to do... Oh, let's just paint... Let's just make it look all weird. So, now if we go into VS Code again. Yeah. I used to... Sorry, I missed chat a bit. Yeah, it's about chat. It's pretty... Well, it's a nice test design. For now. Yes. It almost has some IKEA colors. I'm happy if I can make this game work with EGA colors completely. We can also do different palettes per model. Or what I was thinking is doing saving a few materials for a different few colors for a different material. So we can have something that is really shiny or maybe glowing. I don't know, to make some extra effects into the game. We need to go in here. We need to... I'm not sure what's not... Oh, yeah. Run this again. So now we have the chart test JSON updated. We go in here. Copy this in, save it in. Yeah, I think it's already refreshed. So let's see the browser back. Yeah, so all colors that are not defined are not in here yet, but we have different colors now. So now all we have to do is just go in the code. What would be nice if I... Wait a second. Let's just AI this again. Is it in here? Oh no, I moved it to utils. Let's use this one. Oh, this one is new. I've not seen Grok in here. This one is a preview. There are a couple of new models in here. Cool. Let's try Grok. Can you update this switch so that it would return the correct EGA colors? Yeah, I'm using I think it just got added. I've been using it all day. I just restarted the Visual Studio Code and now it's updated. It's really funny. I've been using it all day and I have not seen it. I was using a lot of Gemini today and GPT-5. I wonder how good this is and how fast it is. And auto is new too. Where's auto? Auto selects the best model for your request based on capacity and performance. 0 to 1 request rate depending on the model. Oh, that's interesting. And I think prices have changed. Interesting. Can you update the switch so that it would return the correct EGA colors? Enable Grok. Yes, enable. Okay, let's just restart this because I think it just failed. I mean, it's literally there. Probably because I needed to enable it, it didn't send out the file or something. These are not the EGA colors. Undo. Let's try GPT-5. I'm not sure if it needs to be trained with the correct color values. You might. See, this looks better. Black, blue, green, cyan, red, magenta, brown, light gray, dark gray. Yes, these are the correct colors. Fall back to white. Nice. Save. So the colors are different. I'm not sure if these are... I'm sure these are the correct EJ colors. Although I thought I selected a... Oh, the red I did select. I did, yeah. So what I did wrong here, I needed to have this as bright red and this as light red or something. So if I do something like this. It's pretty cool. The model itself doesn't really get bigger with the colors. Oh, they're negative now. Interesting. Are we still in the save music? Yes. I'm really afraid that it would screw with my music. I was playing a different playlist. I want to have my other one. Let's see if I can find that one real quick. I really like this album. It's the lo-fi version of the Attack on Titan music by Rifty Beats. Did I paste it in already? No, I didn't. Control C. Control V, save. I wonder if we can optimize this further. So yeah, now we have a weird looking set of chairs. So let's new. Can we just do Control N? No, we can't. New. I want to have it's 8x8 is the max, right? Yeah, I think 8x8 is the max we can do right now. Yeah. All models have to be 8x8 or smaller, and then there would just not be anything. I think if they're bigger than 8, the numbers would get completely out of hand. It's off again. Why? This is better. It still not doesn't. Is it recenter? Fixed model size now. Crop. It's weird. It's not. Oh, this is the recenter. Yeah, now it's rotating around the center again. Earlier, Do I have it open still? I was looking at some voxel mice. So maybe we can kind of recreate this mouse. Though I realize we need to animate them too, right? Or would they just hop around? Oh, this is way more voxels than my little... Is there an easy way to delete everything? Yes. How do you draw a mouse? How do you draw a mouse? If we do 16 by 16, we get very, very close for something like this. Oh, we can do everything, man. If we do it, if we make it bigger. For now, we're just going to do that kind of mouse. That kind of means we have to do. Let's start with a dark gray. So we have a lag here, here. We still have it open? Did I close it? I closed it. Yeah, these voxels are way too small, but we can make this, we can flatten this a bit, I guess. Oh, it's unavailable. The funny thing is, this actually was a Vox model, probably. It has a tail. We're going to draw the tail, just draw it somewhere, I guess. So, oh. Wait, what did I do? Where did my... Oh yeah, I forgot the keys to do things. Yeah, me too. This is such an amazing tool. No, that's not. We can extrude. That's probably the easiest. Never mind. I'm just going to draw them voxel by voxel. That's probably easier. This was the front, yeah. So now I can extrude this, close it up, and then make this higher. Maybe like this. And now we need to give it some ears. Yeah, I used to be pretty okay with it. I actually did a pretty nice model. I did this one some time ago. I was pretty proud of it. Let's attach, yeah. Be careful if the ears are too big. it starts to become more like a rabbit. But we... Oh, that's way too big. But the thing is, that's something I was... Wait, we can do one in the back here. Does that make sense? How does a mouse have ears? So we can do that there. Yay! Now it's a frog. I cannot do 0. Now it's a combination between a frog and a pig. So I guess I'm also horrible at it. I closed it, darn it. Now I don't even see that mouse again anymore. This one might be... So it's way too... It has way too many voxels, but... I suggest I'd move it. Was it this tool? No, there was a tool where you can move your model. Hey, this one, right? Yeah. So now it's there. So now we can give it a tail. Although we don't have a center, actually we should maybe make it 1 voxel smaller so it has a center. Can we do this? Uh-huh. And now if we move, do we only move the selection? Oh yeah, we do. Nice. So now it's a small mouse. It's a bit of a weird mouse. It doesn't look like a mouse at all. What time is it? Oh man, it's past midnight already. I need to go to bed. I need to work again tomorrow. Oh, damn it. So now it has a tail. How does the tail of a mouse go? A pig with mouse ears. Yeah, but now... Oh. I really have no idea, right? What I should do. Maybe it's too tall. Maybe we should make it 1 voxel Why doesn't it move? Maybe... I think I'm getting close. So remove a layer here. Maybe remove some of the corners to make it a bit rounder. The legs are a bit weird. Maybe we should make the whole thing the same color gray. Because then we can add some more here. Make it even shorter. You mean like less tall or cut off? Because maybe when I look at this, wait, if I do this, how hard would it be? Ah, there we go. So now if I select this and move. Maybe now these two legs should go here. I kind of think this looks like a mouse. I want to make it look cuter. I'm doing this now. Let's save mouse. Poom-pee-doom-pee-doom. Then we run this. We, instead of chair test, we do mouse. Enter. We have mouse.json. We take the data. Save. Let's just duplicate this to save it in here so we don't have to copy paste it in again. Save. It's weird, we have less data now because their edges are not there. So it might crash because we don't sanitize the data correctly. It probably goes to 8 now. Still no. Yeah, so it's not voxels per meter anymore, the length. So it's basically model dot length. Actually, it should be the maximum of, or the minimum. No, the smallest one of these two. So now it can never go beyond the voxel per meter. So it cannot go beyond the 8, but if it's smaller, it's fine. And this here we do the length, so that's okay. So this should work. Yay! That look weird? Oh, we don't have black. That's if it's 16. We cannot do color 0. That's an issue. If it's 0, there's no color. There's no voxel if it's 0. So we have to substitute this one. paint. So it has to be like this. Doesn't matter, different color. No, it's an evil mouse. Oh yeah, same idea. See? Cool, 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 cool. The light gray, I think the light gray is a bit too light, or maybe the whole thing is a bit too bright. I think eventually I might go and make it so this can be done differently. Why not just import? Do import from model and make that work. Yay, red mouse. I'm missing one voxel. Doesn't have a nose. Well, actually, I cannot go lower. No, it doesn't have. There's a whole row missing. What? This whole row is missing. It has the ears, it has the eyes, but there's no voxel under the eyes. See? Colors are right, ears are right. It's probably an issue here somewhere where we... I wonder what it's doing here. This should be just be... Row for Y. Is the rounding error maybe in the... It's just those... No, it's not. Because the ears... Are the ears to the eyes? Yeah. The difficulty is it this code that is wrong? Or is it this code that is wrong? Although this is doing nothing. It's just creating an array. No matter what. No, it's here. Oh, 7. There are 7. There's a 7. This is the nose, the 7. I think. That's the only one that goes to 7. So there's a voxel there at 7. Are we going outside the range of a number maybe? Where's the nose? 12, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I just not? No. 1? Oh, 12, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So oh, I know. The length of these arrays is different. So I think, see, this one has less numbers than this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. Because it uses the length. No, it always loops around the length, no matter what. Can I just do voxels per meter? I had that, right? I mean, if it's undefined. I mean, it would break, but... oh, darn it. So now it breaks, because we're going out of bounds. Makes sense. Undefined length. So we cannot do... So... if... So what if we do this? Same issue. So it's not that. But now we get an error because we'll probably go out of bounds again. Oh. No, we fixed it. Yay. I think it's too light gray, but that's probably because of the lighting in do these look like mice? Well, no matter if they look like mice, I'll have to leave this for today. It's way too late already. Streamed way too long again. Things will never change. David, thank you very much for hanging out. If you have time, maybe join in again next time. Love chatting with you. And anyone else that didn't chat that watched this or watched the stream in the future, probably nobody, but if you do, thank you. I will talk to everybody. Possibly even tomorrow. I will stream as much as possible. Probably every night I get the... I have time, I will probably stream. Since I need to work on this game. Although... there was an appointment, I think. I don't know. If I have time, I stream again. Just keep an eye out on the Discord. Keep an eye out on my YouTube channel. And if I stream, you will know it's there. With that, I thank everybody for watching. And see you on the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.